How much is that 2014 game against Kentucky? How much is it talked about, referred to as kind of a big moment, this program's history and your guys' experiences at Wichita State?
Connor, we'll start with you.
It's not talked about too much, honestly. Obviously, it was a very historic game against two really good teams. But both teams are different now, and it's just a new game for us now, pretty much.
Landry?
The only talk we've really done on it, we watched a little bit of film on it, just a few similarities here and there, but like Connor said, it's two very different teams now.
Richard?
Yeah, personally, none of us was involved that 35-0 year besides our two seniors. So, we personally wasn't there, but we knew how much the state of Wichita, the fan base will love it.
Right here.
Bob Lutz, Wichita Eagle. Do any of you guys get caught up at all looking ahead in the bracket and that some of the teams that are in Wichita State's path?
Richard, we'll start with you.
No, we treat every team with the same amount of respect, one team at a time, and just like the game, it's just one play at a time, one possession at a time. So we don't try to get too ahead of ourselves and just worry about the task in front of us. Landry?
Yeah, you can't afford to look ahead. Your full attention has got to be on the team you're currently pitted against, and that's what we try to do.
Okay, right here.
For all three of you guys, how accurate would it be to consider you guys an execution team?
Connor?
It's decently accurate. We really try to focus in on making sure we run our sets right and doing what the coach says. But we also have guys who can go and get a bucket pretty much at any time we want. But we try to follow coach's game plan and the plays the best we possibly can throughout the game.
Landry?
Yeah, he hit it on the head. And execute as much as we can. We're not really blessed with having a whole bunch of 7-footers and being more athletic and more skilled than everybody else. So we got it. You have to execute almost sometimes.
Richard?
Yeah, I think that's probably the easiest part of the game. When you execute and do what you're told to, and just make plays and matchups easier for you to, get the best outcome.
Over here.
Landry, down here. Coach Marshall said that one of the better decisions he made this season was going with you, and it didn't obviously happen early. At what point did you think you were ready to take control?
For Landry.
I've always had confidence in myself to, play either the one or the two. Obviously, I was, at that point when I did make the switch, I was starting to get really comfortable at the two, but, it was a fairly smooth transition because, Connor was playing it, and we're pretty interchangeable, so, we both can do a lot of the same things, and, it was smooth. I felt ready after maybe one game where it was kind of somewhat more of a learning experience, and then getting confidence in my teammates and them getting confidence in me.
Yeah, it's for all you guys. I asked Coach this last night. Kentucky's known for sending guys to the NBA, but Wichita State now has 2 or 3 guys in the league. How much does that help, do you think, in recruiting now when Coach goes out and tells kids like you guys or whoever that, hey, we have multiple NBA guys? And when you chose Wichita State, did you think, oh, this is a program that's got guys in the league and can help me get there?
Richard?
I'd probably say make you appreciate the grind more. Over 4 years, you see how you change your game and you just craft your skills. I'd probably say the overall reward of building yourself up as a complete player in 4 years probably is more appreciative than just jumping straight to the league. And some of them players are just more smarter players than them freshmen. So I think it's, either way you get there is a blessing. So it's just how hard you want to work it.
Landry?
Yeah, anytime you got, that was a big reason why I came here. I wanted to play with Ron and Fred, knowing they're 2 NBA guards. And when you can say that about your program, it's definitely going to be more attractive to people.
Yeah, right here.
Richard and Landry, how much have you looked at how good Kentucky is in transition and fast break and how important it'll be to try to make them really go against the half-court defense?
Landry?
Oh, yeah, one of the best in the country, if not the best. Combination of, speed and size in the open court, and pretty talented around the rim. So that's a point of emphasis for us, trying to stop transition. You got 3 or 4 seconds really to, get back, cut the ball off, and get the ball stopped and get into our set defense, which is where we think we're pretty good.
Richard?
Yeah, I mean, they're elite. You got the top 100 recruits coming to Kentucky. You got the Nike Elite gear. I mean, they get all the Nike gear. So, I mean, they're elite in everything. So, I mean, we're just trying to be elite too one day, Nike.
You guys are on a long winning streak. What factors have contributed to that, the big long winning streak?
Start with you, Connor.
I think just getting better every single day, not taking any day for granted. Even after a win, we know we have to get back to work the next day and improve on the mistakes we made the last game. But like I said, just coming to get better every single day and working on our weaknesses.
Landry?
Yeah, what he said, we got a great coach, and he's also a coach that's rarely satisfied. You can't really always make him happy. So every day in film, even if we win by 20 or 30, he's, ripping us or whatever about this player, that play. So that goes a long way. You're playing teams and you got to remain consistent with your preparation, and I think that's one thing that we like to hang our hat on.
Right up here in front.
If I remember correctly, before the 2014 game, your coach said that none of your players had even gotten a look or a form letter from Kentucky. Did any of you hear from them at all? And if not, what did they overlook in your skill set?
Connor?
I committed to KU my sophomore year, so it was really early for me. I knew that's where I wanted to go when I was younger, and I had that opportunity when they offered, so I committed early. So I didn't get to experience the recruitment process that much, really.
Landry?
Yeah, they never talked to me.
And Richard?
Me either. I mean, probably because I'm not 6'11", not 7. You don't have a 7'2" wingspan, but it's all good.
Right back here.
Landry, watching Fred last year, what kind of things did you pick up from him about the point guard?
He was so patient, so under control. Nobody sped him up. Nobody got him out of his rhythm or changed him from what he wanted to do. He was just always in complete control, and that's one thing I'm still trying to get a handle on. And just staying at my pace, going at my speed, and controlling the game.
Right back here, Jerry.
Richard, you talked about not being 6'11", not having a 7'2" wingspan, not having the elite Nike gear. So how do you compensate for that in a game like tomorrow and you guys come out on top?
Richard?
I mean, you just got to do the little things, Sometimes teams like that don't focus on boxing out, checking down, defensive pressure, just little things that make us great. And I think that's kind of what make us appreciate playing and working so hard more, because we do a lot of little things that end up being the big reason why we win.
Questions, please, for the players? Is that it? Okay, fellas, thanks. Oh, Jerry, do you?
Just one follow-up, Richard. You talked about Coach ripping you guys even if you win by 20 or 30. Maybe it was Landry. How much are the little things the topic that he's ripping you guys about?
Is that for Richard?
I mean, we'll have a win, but if we get beat on, the rebounding total for the game, the film next day will be terrible. I mean, we'll win by 20, but you'll be every thing in the book, So it's just he just pushes us every day. I mean, he just wants the best from us, and I kind of respect that from him. I mean, he made all of us, all 16 of us. He just helped us mold into men throughout the year, and we definitely appreciate that from him.
Right here.
Sorry, Landry, just to follow up on recruiting, what schools did you consider besides Wichita State when you chose them?
If I wasn't here, it'd probably be at Colorado. That's kind of the simplest answer. I don't.